Many girls have power but no posture. Many have grace but no boundaries. Many have value but they have advertised themselves cheaply. When you make yourself too available, too accessible, too predictable, people stop handling you with care. Not because you are not valuable, but because value that is exposed without order is abused. Listen carefully, precious daughter. There is a mystery in the spirit, and if you do not understand it early, life will keep repeating lessons with pain. Many of you keep asking God in tears, why don't they value me? Why do they overlook me? Why do they speak to me anyhow? Why do they come close and yet never stay with honor? And the Lord sent me to tell you the truth you may not like, but the truth that will set you free. Respect is not begged for. Respect is not demanded by tears. Respect is commanded by alignment. There are reasons people rise when some enter a room, and reasons people speak carelessly to others without fear. It is not beauty, it is not age, it is not even talent alone. It is something deeper, something spiritual. Many girls have power but no posture. Many have grace but no boundaries. Many have value but they have advertised themselves cheaply. And hear me carefully, the way people treat you is often a response to what you permit, what you project, and what you tolerate. There are girls who laugh at everything, even what should make them cry. There are girls who explain themselves to everyone, even those who have no authority in their lives. There are girls who give emotional access to people who have not earned spiritual permission, and when people see this, even unconsciously, they lose reverence. In the spirit, familiarity without honor produces contempt. When you make yourself too available, too accessible, too predictable, people stop handling you with care. Not because you are not valuable, but because value that is exposed without order is abused. Hear me? Jesus was meek, but he was not cheap. He was loving, but he was not careless. There were crowds around him, but access to him was controlled. Even God himself does not reveal everything to everyone. If the Almighty values boundaries, who taught you that openness without wisdom is humility? Some of you were taught to be nice, but not taught to be discerning. You were taught to be quiet, but not taught to be confident. So you grew up apologizing for your existence, shrinking your voice, laughing to be accepted, overgiving to be loved, and slowly respect left the room. Let me tell you something that may shock you. People don't always disrespect you because they are evil. Many times they disrespect you because you don't respect yourself enough to enforce order. When you tolerate jokes that wound you, you train people to wound you again. When you accept inconsistency, you announce that stability is not required to access you. When you keep explaining your worth, you prove you don't believe it fully. In the realm of the spirit, honor responds to clarity. When a woman knows who she is, confusion cannot stay around her. When a girl understands her assignment, casual people become uncomfortable. That discomfort is not your problem, it is evidence of growth. Some of you are too loud in places where silence will give you authority, and too silent in places where your voice is required. Respect does not come from noise, it comes from weight. And weight comes from depth, discipline, and self-governance. Watch this. The same people who ignore you today will adjust tomorrow when you change posture. Not because they suddenly became good, but because something in you shifted. The spirit world always reacts when alignment changes. You must learn the power of no, not angrily, not rudely, but firmly. You must learn that being kind does not mean being careless. You must learn that access to you is a privilege, not a right. Until you understand this, life will keep teaching you through pain what wisdom could have taught you through instruction. Listen, daughter, you are not small, you are not ordinary, you are not replaceable. But if you keep behaving like you are optional, people will treat you as such. Heaven does not joke with identity. When God defines a thing, he defends it, but you must agree with his definition. The moment you stop chasing validation, respect will start chasing you. The moment you stop explaining yourself to everyone, people will start listening. When you speak, the moment you stop begging to be chosen, you will become the standard others must rise to meet. This is not about pride. This is about order. This is about alignment. This is about restoring the dignity God placed upon you before opinions touched you. So today, lift your head, adjust your posture, guard your heart, filter your words, choose your access, walk slowly, speak wisely, and watch how the same world that ignored you begins to handle you with care, not because you change your value, but because you finally honored it. Listen to me carefully. There is a great deception many people carry through life, and it is the belief that respect is something you negotiate for with people. You don't negotiate for respect. You don't beg for it with silence. You don't buy it with overgiving. Respect follows alignment, not approval. And until this truth settles in your spirit, you will keep exhausting yourself trying to be accepted by people who were never assigned to honor you. Many girls grow up learning how to read moods instead of learning how to stand in identity. You learned how to adjust yourself so that people will be comfortable, but you were never taught how to remain consistent so that people will be correct. So you enter rooms already editing yourself, reducing yourself, softening convictions, laughing at things that hurt you, agreeing with things that confuse you, all in the name of peace. But peace without alignment is not peace. It is compromise disguised as kindness. The spirit realm responds to order. Heaven does not reward noise. Heaven responds to structure. When your life is not aligned, people may like you, but they will not respect you. Approval is emotional. Respect is spiritual. Approval comes from feelings. Respect comes from perception. People approve of what pleases them, but they respect what carries weight. Many of you want to be liked, but you were designed to be regarded. And there is a difference. When you chase approval, you lose authority. When you prioritize alignment, authority begins to speak for you without effort. That is why some people don't talk much, yet their presence silences a room. It is not volume, it is alignment. Alignment means your words match your values. Your emotions obey your convictions. Your access is governed by wisdom, not loneliness. When a woman is aligned, she does not need to announce who she is. The atmosphere adjusts on its own. Confusion cannot stay long around clarity. Disrespect cannot stay long around order. Many girls are offended by how people treat them, but they have never examined how they treat themselves. You apologize too quickly. You explain too much. You tolerate inconsistency. You keep returning to places where your value is questioned. And the spirit world records patterns. Men record patterns. People respond to patterns. When your life lacks alignment, people sense it even if they cannot explain it. They may not know what is wrong, but they know something is missing. And instead of rising to meet you, they descend to manage you. That is when jokes increase. That is when boundaries are crossed. That is when familiarity begins to remove honor. Hear this truth and don't resist it. Not everyone who disrespects you hates you. Some disrespect you because your life signals permission. Alignment removes that permission. Alignment says, this is who I am and this is how I function. When people meet clarity, they adjust or they exit. Jesus was never rude, but he was never confused. He did not explain himself to everyone. He did not answer every question. He did not heal every person who demanded it. He walked in alignment with assignment, and because of that, even demons recognized him. Authority responds to alignment before it responds to words. When you are aligned, you stop trying to prove your worth. You stop auditioning for spaces you were not sent to. You stop begging for consistency. You stop over-functioning in relationships. You start moving slower, speaking fewer words, observing more, deciding with wisdom. Respect does not come when people finally understand you. Respect comes when you finally understand yourself. When you know who you are, you stop accepting roles that contradict it. When you know your value, you stop negotiating your standards. When you know your assignment, you stop being distracted by opinions. Alignment will cost you applause. Some people will leave when you stop overgiving. Some will call you proud when you start setting boundaries. Some will say you have changed when you start honoring yourself. But heaven will back you when earth misunderstands you. The tragedy is not that people don't respect you. The tragedy is when you keep living out of alignment just to be approved by those who cannot define your destiny. The moment alignment becomes more important than acceptance, something shifts in the spirit. Something shifts in your voice. Something shifts in your presence. Something shifts in the way people look at you, listen to you, and approach you. Let me speak to you with honesty and love. Boundaries are not walls of pride. They are gates of wisdom. Many people think that love means unlimited access, but in the kingdom of God, access is always controlled by order. When boundaries are absent, value is abused. Not because the value is small, but because it is exposed without protection. Many girls confuse tolerance with virtue. You were told that enduring everything makes you strong, that silence makes you spiritual, that accepting bad behavior makes you mature. But hear this truth: endurance without wisdom is self-betrayal. God never called you to be available to everyone. He called you to be steward of yourself. The way people handle you is a direct response to the rules you set around your life. If your time is always available, it will never be honored. If your emotions are always accessible, they will never be protected. If your presence is always guaranteed, it will never be valued. Boundaries teach people how to approach you, how to speak to you, and how to remain in your life. In the spirit realm, honor follows structure. Even in heaven, there are ranks, order, and protocols. Angels do not move randomly, they move by assignment. If heaven functions with boundaries, why do you think your life can function without them? Some of you keep asking why people keep crossing lines, but you have never clearly drawn them. You keep hoping people will understand, but clarity was never spoken. Silence does not communicate standards. Unspoken expectations always lead to repeated disappointment. Boundaries are not emotional reactions. They are spiritual decisions. They are not built in anger. They are established in alignment. When you finally decide what is acceptable and what is not, your life becomes easier, not harder. Chaos reduces when clarity increases. Many people are uncomfortable around boundaries because boundaries expose intentions. Those who benefit from your lack of limits will resist when limits appear. Do not be surprised when people who once enjoyed unlimited access begin to accuse you of changing. You did change, you grew. Let me tell you something important. Boundaries do not push the right people away. They protect the right people and filter out the wrong ones. Anyone who truly values you will adjust to your standards. Anyone who refuses to adjust was never assigned to stay. When you don't set boundaries, you teach people that disrespect has no consequences. And where there are no consequences, behavior never changes. People repeat what you allow. Patterns form where limits are absent. Many girls are emotionally exhausted, not because life is hard, but because everyone has access to them. You carry burdens you were never meant to carry. You listen to voices you were never meant to entertain. You explain yourself to people who have no authority to define you. Boundaries restore dignity. They return honor to your time, your words, your presence. When you begin to say no without guilt, something powerful happens in your spirit. Your yes becomes meaningful again. Your presence becomes intentional again. Your peace returns. This is not about becoming cold or distant. This is about becoming ordered. Love without boundaries is chaos. Kindness without wisdom is vulnerability without defense. God is loving, yet he is holy. He is gracious, yet he is just. Even mercy has rules. You must stop feeling guilty for protecting what God entrusted to you. Your heart is not a public space. Your emotions are not a charity. Your destiny is not a playground for careless people. When you honor your boundaries, people are forced to honor you, and those who cannot will quietly remove themselves from your life. Let me draw your attention to a truth many ignore. Honor is sustained, not demanded. It is built daily by the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you decide, and the way you discipline your life. Identity gives you value, but posture determines how that value is treated. Many people know who they are, but very few know how to stand in who they are. Posture is not arrogance, and it is not silence. Posture is intentional conduct. It is the quiet confidence that comes from self-governance. When a woman lacks discipline, even if she has great potential, her life leaks authority. Discipline seals authority. It aligns your actions with your convictions and removes contradictions. People can sense but cannot name. Honor is fragile around inconsistency. When your words change depending on who you are with, people lose trust. When your standards adjust based on pressure, people stop taking you seriously. When your emotions lead your decisions, your life becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability erodes honor. Many girls want to be seen as strong, but strength is not in reaction, it is in regulation. The ability to pause, to think, to choose silence instead of impulse, restraint instead of excess, wisdom instead of emotion is what builds weight in the spirit. Weight is what makes people listen even when you whisper. Identity must be protected by discipline. If you know your worth but do not govern your behavior, people will test you. And the moment you fail your own standards, they will adjust how they treat you. Not because they hate you, but because you taught them a new version of you. Honor grows where discipline is visible. When people see that you respect your time, they respect it too. When people see that you do not tolerate confusion, they approach you with clarity. When people see that you do not overreact, they become careful with their words. Posture also includes the company you keep. You cannot sit with disorder and expect honor to follow you. Atmosphere shapes perception. When you remain around chaos, chaos begins to define you. Sometimes disrespect is not about you. It is about the environment you keep allowing yourself to remain in. Discipline is the ability to delay expression. Not every emotion deserves a voice. Not every thought deserves expression. Wisdom filters before it speaks. Mature people are not those who feel less, but those who are ruled less by what they feel. Honor responds to consistency over time. People watch patterns, not promises. They observe how you handle pressure, correction, misunderstanding, and success. Over time, your responses teach them how to regard you. Some of you are too available, too reactive, too expressive, and too open, and you wonder why people do not handle you with care. Carelessness invites carelessness. Order invites honor. When your life is structured, people become structured around you. Self-governance is the highest form of authority. When you can control your words, your emotions, your access, and your reactions, you no longer need to control people. Authority begins within before it manifests without. Honor is sustained when identity is clear, posture is intentional, and discipline is consistent. When these three work together, respect becomes natural, not forced. You no longer have to remind people how to treat you. Your life speaks before your mouth opens. The atmosphere adjusts before you explain. And even those who do not like you will be forced to acknowledge the weight you carry.